Alright YouTube, what is going on? Hi, Taverley5000 here today, bringing you another Runescape guide. Today is going to be a money making guide with no or low requirements. The first two methods have no requirements whatsoever. The first one even requires no money. The second one does require a very small amount of money. The third method also requires a wee bit of money, also requires a quest, the Varrock Isles. If you currently have no money, then use the first money making method to get yourself a wee bit of money. Then you can move on to the second and third methods, which are more profitable than the first. Okay, so for the first money making method, we'll be collecting blue dragon scales in Taverley dungeon. A recommendation for this would be having 70 agility so you can squeeze through the pipe. It cuts off a minute per run. If you do not have 70 agility, then you'll require a dusty key and you'll have to run around the dungeon and then get into the blue dragon's lair. Okay, so some recommended items I'd recommend is some weight reducing clothing such as boots of lightness. This will mean that your run will deplenish at a lower rate. Also, I'd recommend having some beast of burdens, which basically give you extra inventory slots. A war tortoise gives you 18 extra inventory slots, however it does require 67 summoning. Pat Yak gives you 30 extra slots, however it does require 96 summoning. Beast of burdens are not required though, as you do have 28 slots in your inventory that can be filled. Using beast of burdens will increase your money per hour by a considerable amount. Okay, so the route that you're going to want to run, you're going to want to start from Taverley Bank. You're then going to want to run over the bridge and south down to the stairs to the entrance of the dungeon. Once you go down the stairs, if you do have 70 agility, then to your left there's the agility shortcut through the pipe. If you do not have 70 agility, then follow the map on screen. It's quite easy to navigate. Make sure you have a dusty key in your inventory so you can open the gate at the other side. Once you finally arrive in the dungeon, you will see that the blue dragon scales are on the ground. There's 5 locations which they respawn at. As you can see in this clip, I'm actually running a wee route. They'll spawn again every maybe 20 to 25 seconds. Fill up your inventory with them, teleport back to Taverley and then run south and you'll be back at Taverley Bank. Right, okay, so roughly right now blue dragon scales are about 1.4k each. I think they're just a few GP under that right now. So that means per inventory you're roughly going to make around 40k. Now if you do have 70 agility, then each run will take you about 3 minutes, meaning that you can make about 20 runs per hour if you're efficient. 20 runs per hour times 40k means 800k per hour. If you do not have 70 agility ever now, each run will take 4 minutes. This means you can only make 15 runs per hour if you are efficient, which means that 15 runs times 40k per inventory will equal 600k per hour. Now these prices are subject to change, it all depends on the price of blue dragon scales. Also, if you have beast of burdens, then these will just be the minimum prices you will be receiving. You'll be receiving upwards of these prices on screen. Alright, okay, so this second method will be tanning dragon hides in Varrock. This can actually also be done in Alcarad. This method will require a little bit of money to buy hides initially from the Grand Exchange. However, you can also go and kill dragons yourself to get the first inventory yourself. With that profit, you can then go and buy more hides from the Grand Exchange. Right, okay, so as you can see on screen here, I've made a table and basically these are the hides. It's up to you really which ones you buy. As you can see, the buying price of hides all depends on how much money you've got really. Personally, I would recommend doing blue ones just because red ones are not commonly sold and bought, so blue is probably your best bet here. Also, they're only about 3k each, whereas blacks are 5k each. You might not have a large enough cash stack for that. You make 638 profit from blue hides as well, which is quite good. Now these prices are all based on when I created this video on the 17th of July. Prices will change, so I recommend before you do this money making method, actually just do a quick calculation to yourself by checking out the Grand Exchange prices on these hides. Also note that it's going to cost 20 GP per hide for it to get tanned. Alright, okay, so what you're going to want to do is run from Varrock West Bank and you're going to want to run south down to the tanning shop. You're then going to want to get all your hides tanned, then going to want to run back up the same route you ran down, back up to Varrock West Bank, rebank and repeat the process over again. Alright, so as you can see on screen, this is the profit per hour for each hide. I'm just going to talk through blue hides because that's what I used in this video. Now you should be able to make a trip roughly every 45 seconds. That's from running from Varrock West Bank down to the tanning place and then back up, meaning you can make around 80 trips per hour if you are efficient. Now the profit per hide from dragon hide to being dragon leather is 638 GP for blue dragon hide. Now times that by 20 and inventory you will just make under 18k. Now times that by 80 and you'll make 1040 429k per hour, which is an absolutely insane profit for no requirements. If you can manage to buy red hides even, the profit can be even larger. Some recommendations: I'd recommend buying dragon hides maybe in the thousands, so basically at your bank you have plenty stocked up. However, I realise that at a price of around about 3k for a blue dragon hide right now, that will cost you 3 mil. So if you have to start off with an inventory and then keep on going back up to the grand exchange, that is okay. However, you will make less money per hour. You will still make a good profit though. Also recommend again weight reducing clothing such as boots of lightness, because hides are actually one of the heaviest items in the game. They are quite heavy and they will deplenish your run quite fast. If you are making up to 8 trips an hour, then your run percentage will totally run out and you will have to rest or either walk, which again will lower your money per hour. Beast of Burdens can also be used. I talked about them earlier on in the video. These will also increase your profit per hour. However, I do not feel they are as significant with this money making method than the previous. Right, okay, so this next and final money making method will be buying yak hide from Vanligga, Gastfrihet on Jatizso. I think that's how it's all pronounced. Requirements for this is the Fremenic Isles quest, which requires 40 agility, 46 crafting, 54 woodcutting and 20 construction. Quest overall is quite long, but it's actually quite easy if you use an online guide. This money making method also requires 1400 GP just to get started. Basically each hide is 50 GP and that is how much a full inventory costs. Okay, so what you're going to want to do from Jatizso Bank is you're going to want to run northwest into the person's shop. You're then going to want to talk to her. She doesn't have a trade option. You're then going to hit yes please. It's going to open up her stock. You're going to buy a full inventory of yak hide and then you're going to run it back to the bank and bank them. Based on the fact that you can make a run around about every 30 seconds, you can make 120 trips in an hour. Now 120 times 28, which is how many inventory slots you have, means you can buy 3,360 hides per hour if there's that many in the shop. There is 1,000 limit, so you will have to hot worlds, which means you might not get that many hides in an hour. Now the profit per hide from selling to the grand exchange is 548 GP. It costs 598 GP, that's the price that it's selling at on the GE right now, but you have to minus 50 GP to buy it from the shop. Now 3,360 hides per hour times 480 GP equals 1,840k roughly per hour. That's also similar to the dragon hide in the previous method. For this method I wouldn't suggest running Beast of Burdens because it's such a short distance, there's no point. However, weight reducing clothing will always help. Anyway, hope you have enjoyed watching this video. That's 3 of the current best, I would say, money making guides in the game for no or low requirements. Comment below if there's any other money making methods you would like me to cover in future videos. This video has taken me a long time to create, so a like rating would much help. 2 videos you might have missed: another Runescape video, a Roving Elves quest guide, which if you've not done that quest I'd highly recommend you check it out. I walk through the whole quest and make it really easy for you guys to do. Also check out the random video, which is the first episode of my Modern Warfare 2 Road to Nuke series. Highly recommend you also check that video out. Subscribe for more content guys, and I'm out.